Alright, what's up, fools? Some of you, but hey, you're fooled by the skin suit. It's just a game where, all these organic portals, man, that have these skin suits. So it's like the skin that you choose in the game, you know what I mean? You just choose a skin. And you can do this with every bite you eat and every movement you make. So that's why when someone looks horrible, I know that I don't want to be spending time with them, because they're going to make me part of their vibration. If you're spending time and energy and vicinity physically around anyone, you're exchanging energies, just automatically. Whether you psychically try to or not. But what I sense in some people is this super darkness, not the inquisitive dark ones, but, like, you look at them and they've just got like a full black aura, you know what I mean? And you can sense it's like the same being, and it's almost like their eyes it's like a fourth dimensional overlay again, like the reptilian thing, but their eyes get like dark or like full black. So, that's not like you won't see it here in third dimension kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know. But it seems like, so again, your third eye overlaying a frequency. So you're picking up on that frequency, and, your third eye sort of like bounces it back and manifests it, visually, and it can like overlay this reality here, this third dimension, physical reality, whatever you want to call it. Because that energy becomes more intense in that moment, and that's what you're connecting to, that energy, right? Of whatever vision, and I'm explaining a dark eye vision. So I see that in people, man, like, and, the spiritless humans, I don't think they see like this. Some people are saying, like they do, and it almost seems like they are, but remember, they're not, they're the suit. It's the being in them that has the same powers as us, because the being in them is from whatever dimension like we are, multi-dimensional. So if we're picking up on like, a lower dimensional worm or something, that's different. But I mean, like these entities that are in like the higher dimensions, when you're picking up on them in people, you know what I mean? And you can feel the energy, you get to know like some of these beings. I mean, the more you study it, the more you would even connect it and like find out their names and stuff. You'd be able to feel Beelzebub and his grotty energy, you know what I mean? And then you start to feel, because it's not just, everyone's like, oh, it's Satan. And it's not really the best way to explain it, and it's so like churchy and simple, right? It's definitely more complex than that we've got to explain. Anyway, I've got a moment here to talk about it. I just wanted to say that it's like their skins, right? It's like the skins of the game. That's the whole idea of like the core organic portal idea, that their insides are missing, that they really are empty inside. No, they've got physical guts, they eat food and excrete and all that, but deeper, we seem to be like connected and tethered to like deeper stuff, right? Like deeper on the foundational plane of existence, you know what I mean? Like Planck length, whatever it is, whatever it turns out to be, you know what I mean? We're tethered down through the scale, right? And we can see that from macro body, and then, going inward through biology. And then we learn about physics, and we learn the particles are the same, right? They decrease in magnitude, right? And you get like Planck length, created by Max Planck Institute, and Max Planck who started it, which is just really that, the smallest divisible sort of spectrum, right, of sound, light, distance, whatever, right? Just the smallest measurement. So we're obviously tethered to something, and they're not there. So that's that source idea, right? That they don't have the source in them and source energy and stuff. And that's why I did call it just a surface virus for so long. But I think I've seen deeper into it, and I'd rather surmise this whole place, what we're experiencing now, this environment in front of me, physical reality, whatever. You know, I really like, these days, I don't just see it as a surface virus, I see this whole thing as the virus. And it's very inseparable. And that's the conclusion I've come to. And it's saddening, you can hear me, you know, my tone, which means I still got some attachment. And that part of you need to get rid of. And so you're lucky if you're gang stalked, because you're getting to see into the workings and mechanics of this place, which makes you, quote unquote, you know, really wake up and you know, really realize what's going on, right? And get real eyes, so to speak, because you're actually looking at patterns instead of just walking around like a headless chicken all day, like an organic portal. You know, that the will is very connected to the spirit, and it's like they have less will force, less less even like motif to like have their own life and stuff and space and everything, right? It's very crazy. It's definitely different to us, and yeah, and you see the dichotomy of inside and outside, 3D and 5D, dimensionally speaking, you know. Like I said recently, I took the video down because I didn't want some other contents there, but I said, you know, why we just felt like we woke up in a simulation is just because it's the 3D, 5D Earth dichotomy. It's not that we just woke up in a simulation when gang stalking started heating up around 2014, like we've all said. We've all pretty much agreed on that date. But that notice is just after the end date of 2012. See what I'm saying? So it's just, obviously it's the 5D, 3D dichotomy, and we're seeing 3D circular patterns. That's what these people are, and they're so dumb, like they walk around like they're a robot, right? That doesn't have like extra thought or something that we have. It's like there's layers of complexity of thought, and they're on like the basic layers or something, right? I'm running out of battery. Yeah, anyway, mainly I just want to say, yeah, they're just skins. If anyone's new to the channel, I see a lot of new subscribers. They're just gang stalk and fluoro and red skins. And it's just whatever skin that you put on. And it's always just the same thing. I've got to go to the shop now. I've got to go into this big shop here, so yeah, I'll talk to you guys a bit later. But and I noticed gang stalking your gang stalkers doesn't work well. Isn't that interesting? Because, you know, you never get anywhere, like, even with just the everyday person. Like some of you have said, oh, how come I can't like ever get any good answers out of them? You can knead things out of them. Look at all the fluoro here. You can knead things out of them, but it's not easy. You have to be tricky with it, right? Unless you're on psychedelics, they seem to be super brave. It's like their ego like pounces for the light coming out of you or some shit. It's so weird. When you're on psychedelics and stuff, like these beings, man, the evil ones with like the darkness in them, they just pounce on you. It's like and they'll do it in front of people. It's like insatiable for them, because you got extra light pulsing out of you when you're on psychedelics, you know? That CNS arousal and all that.